Seems a long time ago, and just like yesterday, nearly a year and a half, though, since this dark day on Capitol Hill when hundreds of rioters stormed the Capitol grounds, violently forcing their way inside to try to stop the certification of President Biden's election victory. 5 people died. More than 100 law enforcement officers were hurt.
And now we're nearly a year into the federal investigation as to what exactly happened that day. In the process, hundreds of people have been charged and dozens of them have pleaded guilty.
Coming up in a couple of hours, the January 6th committee will begin to reveal its findings to the public in prime time. NBC's Susan McGinnis has more on what to expect.
17 months after a mob of supporters of then-President Trump violently attacked the U.S. Capitol, the committee investigating the insurrection reveals its findings.
All levers of government were being used to try to subvert the results of the election, to try to keep the former president in office.
The first hearing featuring testimony from people close to former President Trump and footage revealing the role of the far-right group, the Proud Boys. The 9-member committee made up of 7 Democrats and 2 Republicans. The primetime hearing promising explosive and previously unrevealed video and information, planning to draw a straight line between the former president's election loss and efforts to deny the results and prevent the vice president from certifying Joe Biden's win.
These guys and women broke the law, tried to turn around the result of an election. A lot of Americans are going to be seeing for the first time some of the detail that occurred.
On the Republican side, House Minority Leader McCarthy, who previously called for investigations and accountability, now deflecting attention elsewhere.
I don't see any primetime hearings set for gas price, for battling inflation, for feeding our children.
Many Republicans denying the legitimacy of Democrats' efforts to hold Mr. Trump accountable. Today on his social media platform, Trump continuing his claims the election was rigged and stolen.
We need America to know that this is an ongoing assault on the democracy.
The committee looking to protect the people's house and a fragile democracy. In Washington, Susan McGinnis, NBC News.
And as a reminder, 15 people with ties to Colorado have been charged for their participation in the January 6th attacks. 3 of them have already pled guilty. We will be carrying the hearings live. NBC's special coverage begins at 6 o'clock right here on 9 News. We do want to warn you, however, there may be some graphic images and some language that may be upsetting to hear during the hearings tonight.